What's up, guys? It's meteorologist Andrew Myers bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor. Check them out in the link to this video. They are all linked in the description. So it's Derek's last day, guys. Say goodbye. Derek's leaving. Actually, Storm System Derek is moving off the coast, and we just thought it would be funny to put that as the title. So bye, Derek. Tulsa is in the hail chances for today, and so with that, we'll see one last shot at some severe weather for the Central Plains, and then into tomorrow, those storm chances are going to persist, but they are going to shift back into the south. So San Antonio, you guys have a chance. Shreveport, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. And then looking into the upcoming pattern for when the next storm system could start. We're waiting on that next low pressure system to get our E name, and we will see what that is when it comes. But for now, moving into yesterday and taking a brief look at those scattered reports that came in through the east through yesterday afternoon. So this was a short-lived risk, like we talked about, kind of that last front moving off the coast. And with that, we got a couple of scattered sub-severe hail reports, but mostly some severe wind that moved through the New Jersey and New York area. Got a couple 60-mile-an-hour gusts out of that. And so, you know, it was scattered. It was low-end activity, but we did get some activity nonetheless. It was a welcome break after all the chaos that we saw over the last few days. So today should be another quieter day for most of us through the U.S. Through the Central Plains here, we'll have some clearing through northeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and as this band of rain and storms continues to track off to the east, we could see some heating and some humidity starting to build up through this area. And then we're going to have another little shortwave disturbance, or just a little baby trough basically that moves through there, and that could pop up a few storms through the area later tonight into the overnight hours. So, and you know, Heather K is mapping those, so good luck, Heather. You know, it could be a late night with those, and we'll take a look at it on our future radar. But right now, you know, like I said, some instability building up through the Central Plains, 71 degrees down in Dallas, moving our way up to near 50 in Kansas City and Denver. And then once we get into the southeast, that's where we're really going to be seeing the bulk of our severe activity over the next few days as we wait on that next system. 82 degrees in Houston, 72 in Atlanta, 74 in Miami, so plenty of heat, plenty of humidity as well. So 61-degree dew points in Dallas, so again, just means that it's kind of hot and muggy outside. Same with New Orleans here, 71 degrees in Miami, and then the rest of us are going to be cool and dry, waiting for all of that heat and humidity to make its way back up into the central U.S., making our conditions feel a little more like summer. But right now, that's just sticking around mostly towards Oklahoma, Texas, and the lower Mississippi Valley. So today for our forecast max hail size based on all of that, we do have a little bit of instability running through the region. It's enough to get some hail, and you know, we will see probably supercell structures. So with that, looking at golf ball sized hailstones as our max hail size for tonight. And then Tulsa is in the crosshairs for that, okay? So we're gonna look at that on our future radar here. So along I-44 is where these storms are gonna form here by around 6 p.m. Starting to see those pop up through the Miami area, through Springfield area, through southwestern Missouri. And then just some scattered rain through central and southern Arkansas. But really, we're watching this northern end develop here. So there it goes by 8:30, starting to form a couple of loud bands of storms starting to make their way into the Missouri-Arkansas border area. Those are going to continue to track southeastward. And there we go by 10:30. This supercell might track into the Tulsa area. With that, we could see large hail in the ping pong to golf ball sized range as this stays singular. And then once it continues to track southeastward, we could see the rest of these producing some severe hail as well as gusty winds as they go. And then by 5:30 in the morning, we're going to see this start to band up through the southeast, so it could produce a wind threat into Saturday morning, and then we could see some scattered hail as well with some of these singular storms through the area. So we're going to be watching this band as it continues to track through from that shortwave trough that's causing all this disturbance. So for our hail forecast for today, this is going to be an overnight risk, so late evening into early morning. All right, we got quarters to $half possible anywhere from western Tennessee into northeastern Oklahoma. And again, Tulsa and Fort Smith area is going to be once again in the crosshairs for the largest of that hail as we get along the tail end of that line, where we tend to see more of those supercell structures. Out ahead of it is where we're going to get a more consistent band. And so, you know, with those bands, we tend to see more wind wind chances and lower end hail. So we're leaving you guys in the quarters to $half. So if you guys are in Tulsa, if you guys are in Little Rock or Fort Smith, moderate chance for you guys to see severe hail into tonight. Some of that could be large here through that Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma corridor. Could see up to golf ball sized hailstones with that. And then off in Memphis, quarters to $half possible for you, along with that line that's going to track through in the overnight hours. So watching that for hail, especially out on the western portion of that risk area. And then we've also got a wind chance for tonight for you guys all the way from Oklahoma, now stretching out eastward into just south of Nashville, Tennessee, into the Birmingham, Alabama area with that line that's going to continue to track through the area. So once again for Tulsa, scattered wind chance for you low end, again, since it's going to be those singular supercell structures that we could be watching. So it'll be more scattered for wind through there. Same with Little Rock. And then once we get out into Memphis and Birmingham, low end chance that we'll see a ton of severity on this, but you do have a better chance of seeing some stronger winds with this. So low end chances across the board, but the thick of that line is really going to track over the Memphis, Birmingham area. So just be on the lookout for that. You know, stay aware of that into tonight through tomorrow morning. Then we're going to have another risk for you guys into Saturday. So if you guys are through the southeast, we're going to have a couple of risk areas here, okay? So for Texas and Louisiana, that's where it's going to be a little bit more scattered. That's where we could see more of our hail chances as well. So by noon, you know, starting to see that scattered storm development through Mississippi here. Any of these could be hailers moving into an area of stronger instability. Those are going to continue to track southward, and we're going to take a look at the eastward portion of that in a second. But those are going to continue to track southward through the Jackson area by around 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, continuing on their way as that cold front continues to sink down to the south. So, you know, getting those singular cells starting to form, but particularly these down near San Antonio area, those are going to continue to track off to the southeast. They're going to be short-lived, but crossing over the 35 corridor there, and with that, we could see some large hail potential on those. Again, just in an area of instability, stay in that singular storm mode, everything you like to see for some large hail. So you're going to see those track to the southeast. Depending on how long they can track, we could see some severe hail in the San Antonio area, and then going to see those continue off the coast with that first band of storms, and then see some lingering showers through the Jackson, Mississippi area by Sunday morning. Then off into the east, now we're following that band, okay, so this is going to be more of a wind risk, but check that out. Again, we got this big bowing structure, which just means that we've got some winds that are packing a punch on behind that. So moving into the Columbia, South Carolina area, down into the sort of Tallahassee area by around 10 p.m. Going to take a minute to reach you guys. And then over Charleston and over Savannah by around 2 p.m., but it's starting to break up now. So we could have an early morning chance for some severe gusts, and then those are going to continue off the coast. We'll see this band start to kind of ramp up in the overnight hours, moving over Mobile, Alabama by around 7 p.m., and then continuing off to the south, and then it should be a much quieter afternoon or a quieter evening and overnight for you guys through the southeastern states. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina should have some clearer conditions to look forward to into Sunday morning. So moving into our hail forecast for tomorrow, looking at this region here where we get those singular storm development as well as that region of instability for our chances for hail. So quarters to $half possible anywhere through there. Could be a very short-lived chance here for ping pong to golf balls through south central Texas, but again, it's going to be very scattered and short-lived. So most are going to see quarters to $half through the area. So San Antonio, low-end chance for you. Same with Shreveport, Jackson, and New Orleans. Any of you guys could see some severe hail moving into tomorrow afternoon and evening with that severe system that's going to pass through. Okay, so just be on the lookout for that. And then after that's going to follow with some severe wind possibilities. Going to be very scattered through the region that we could see hail, but the bulk of the possibilities for severe wind are going to be through Alabama and Georgia and through Florida with that line of storms, okay? So San Antonio, Shreveport, Little Rock, and Jackson are again on the low end for risks into wind on Saturday. And then off into the east, Birmingham, Birmingham and Savannah and down into Jackson and Tallahassee. Could see some chances for severe winds as well with that band tracking through. Gonna have the best shot at it while it's up north and maintains a little bit of intensity, but we still could see some lingering gusts as it kind of breaks apart and moves down to the south. So we got some chances for weather for the next couple of days. Those are going to linger as the system tracks off to the east. You know, we got that shortwave trough that's moving through today into the Central Plains. So this is really what's sparking our severe storms right there, is that just that little wiggle in the jet stream. But as this continues to move off to the east, here we are by 6 p.m. on Friday. So 6 p.m. today, there's that wiggle that we were talking about. That's going to continue to track off to the east and cause some disturbance. That's going to continue our severe storm chances over the next overnight and evening hours. But then into Saturday, we start to see a better trough. You know, it's not what we saw with storm systems Derek and Brandon as those last ones moved through, but you know, it's enough to spark some storms on Saturday down in the south ahead of that system. That's going to continue off to the east for Sunday, so we could continue to see some lingering severe chances with that. And then we're really watching this to see how far south that can sink into next week. If it stays up north and kind of flattens out, we're not really going to see much in terms of widespread severe activity. Still some severe activity, but probably not going to be our named system. Now, if this can sink down and dig into the southern U.S., you know, and we can get enough heat and instability return up through the Central Plains, then we could have another severe system and name that. But we'll have to just watch the position, the speed, and the timing of this trough as it moves through into the beginning of next week to see if that one does anything worthy of naming. So if you guys want to get in touch with us, if you want to follow us and stay tuned to everything that we do on our live videos, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can see first on Facebook and the notification bell and the subscribe button on YouTube if you want to always catch us when we go live. And then make sure to follow us on TikTok. You know, we're posting some fun videos, we're posting forecast discussions, there's all sorts of useful information on there, so go follow us at Hail Trace on TikTok. And then if you want to call us, you can get us at 855-334-4245 or email us at info@hailtrace.com. You can also check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details on who we are and what we do. And we'll keep you advised as always, but for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.